Hi, all of y'all. Today is December 11th, 2024. Now, this is a video. The topic of this video is "This confuses me." Well, you know what? I'm referring to the jobs and job situation and everything, and all the things I hear about it. First off, we'll talk about my job right now. The current work I'm doing right now. I do know that I talk to coworkers there. And they tell me that this place is busy all the time. Like all year long. I asked them what months are busy, but most of them all said that busy all the time in my job. I'm gonna get out of the car. So yeah. And then what's crazy, I was talking to my supervisor a little bit about it, and then I was telling him that, I was telling him what I was saying. The coworkers said this and that, and then the supervisor actually told me, personally, that the reason why they're busy is because they're always short-staffed, and then the reason why they're always short-staffed is because they keep firing. That's what he said it right there. But he also said that he heard the supervisor personally heard it somewhere that the reason why they fire people, or the number one reason why they fire them, is their attendance. That's the number one reason why they let them go. He says. So I kind of figure, if that's the reason why the number one reason why they fire them, because of the attendance. I'm wondering if it's attendance in terms of being late all the time or calling off. Like when you say, when you're talking about being fired because of your attendance, what would you guys say it is? Is it mostly because they call off sick a lot, or because they're late all the time, or is it a combination of the two? But I'm kind of thinking it might be like calling off sick a lot. But I'm kind of thinking that it might be because they're making them work a lot. I think it might be because they're late all the time or something like that. But because in my job, they don't require it to work overtime. That's what I see anyway. But I think maybe because it's just neglecting on their attendance. I guess people just don't care. I don't know. But that was that job. But now to talk about another job. Well, I had one of you fans telling me about an opening in this job. It's a food distribution center. And he told me that they do a lot of overtime there too. Because it's food, And then he says that job, like they might do things like short notice overtime. Like sometimes you could be working 8 hours, he says, and then at the last minute they'll give you short notice to tell you that you got to stay for 12 hours. That's one of those things I don't like. One of those things I don't like is short notices like that. Well, anyway, that was that job. But then again, and then now talking about other jobs or other situations. This confuses me here. Because at the agency, when I picked up my check, I was asking the lady there about what can I do about changing my shift and everything. And she said, well, she was just saying, well, I could call them, or I could tell them, but it's kind of a hassle, she said, but never mind that. But she was saying that, I was actually asking the lady if there's jobs closed, if there's any jobs in San Bernardino, where I live. And then she tells me that it's rare. It's rare that they have anything in San Bernardino. It's always going to be way over there, sadly. It's like they always seem to have jobs over in Moreno Valley or else, like far away. It's always far away. That's one of those things I hate, I asked the lady if they have anything close by, but they don't. They don't have it. It's always way over there. But then also, she added that added the fact that, like she's saying that also that, like the jobs over here, well, specifically the job I'm at now, she told me specifically that area. I mean, that job always seems to be steady. So, I mean, meaning that there's always like a lot of work, or you'll always be working consistently. She told me I think it might be that specific job, but then and then I know there's like probably a couple of jobs. I guess probably distribution center jobs where she specifically said that there's steady work at those like a couple of places or so, and I guess my job is one of them. And but she, and then but basically she's telling me that it's one of the only places that's steady, but the average job in the agency like is only temporary, literally. Like where I mean, there's a lot of places, especially like in Fontana or I mean, or in those areas close to me or something. That they're always like they always do just temporary things like projects or something like 2 days. I mean, a lot of people have jobs working for 2 days and then they end and they work somewhere else for 2 days. So it's not consistent. She told me. So like majority of the people or a lot of people there are just working like projects like 2 days and then they stop and 2 days in another place and then they stop and then I mean so it's not consistent, it's not steady, but it's only these select places that are steady or have a lot of work, and I guess my job is one of them. So what does that tell me? Is that telling me is the economy? This is what it all is that confuses me. Is the economy good or is it not? I mean, because I mean, like, and then back to my job, I was talking to my coworker about like he's telling me that like his girlfriend he told me that his girlfriend was looking for a job because like her job only works like 2 days a week or something and wants more hours and so I mean I'm hearing a lot of people having jobs that only work like a couple days a week and stuff, but I mean and then it confuses me because my job is like really busy, but I mean a lot of other places that I keep hearing about they're like working 2 days or something. Like I don't get that. I mean, so is the economy good or is it not? Which one is it? And then of course, and then I have another coworker who says he did work in Costco. He did work in Costco. Yes, I mean, but he says that they only gave him 30 hours a week. I want his job, man. I want his old job, man. Like he left the job because it was only 30 hours. He told me, yes. I mean, he told me that. I mean, but this was in Marina Valley. His job was in the Marina Valley or something. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man, because like I'm hearing about people having hard times finding jobs, or I mean, or they're working a little bit of hours or that kind of thing, which confuses me because like how come my job is so busy and then how come they're always short staffed? That's what I hear anyway. I mean, this is what I hear, but for the record, in my job, they say they extended the overtime until January, until the end of January. But in the case of my current job, like the basic reason why they say that they're always busy because they're short staffed, and then the reason why they're short staffed because they keep firing. That's what I hear. I mean, it's what I heard. I mean, and then the reason why they fire them is because they mess up on the attendance and stuff. Oh, and then also for one more thing too. I mean, like the job that I applied at, like through my one of my fans here, like that job that I applied at Smart and Final Distribution Center. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from them, and this is the second time that I applied there. I didn't hear from them the first time, and the second time I didn't hear from. I applied because there was like a job fair, it was just sort of like a job fair, but it's not. But it's like a hiring frenzy from the company itself, and we did the same day interview and everything. Yeah, so we actually talked to the staff at this job at the Smart and Final Distribution Center, or it's like one of these places, like food distribution. So I didn't hear the first time. And then the second time, I applied again like a week ago or so. And then the person, the staff there, I guess, the interviewer, like all he asked me was, did I neglect any attendance and things like that. It was things like that, attendance, asking me about my attendance, or asking me about, I mean, like if I had any discipline, or been neglected, or have I been disciplined for being late? Things like, all he asked me was things like that. He didn't ask me about performance, or experience, or he didn't ask me about, well, maybe because of because I had already applied last time, and they probably got everything from there. But anyway, he only asked me questions for about a minute, literally, and then he told me at the end that he would that if I be on the lookout for a call. If we're gonna choose you, he says, if we're gonna choose you, like, just be on a lookout for a call. For a call for a second interview, for the second one. I haven't heard anything yet. It's been more than a week now, a week and a half. And then this fan is telling me that he had one of his friends already getting a call for an interview for that Friday, and then the following Monday. But I haven't heard anything yet. So I'm yet to see what happens. So it makes me wonder what they're basing their hiring on. I wonder what they're looking for in hiring. I wonder, maybe because I'm old, maybe. I don't know. I wonder. I wonder. And then it still kind of makes me wonder about my last job that I got laid off from. I still wonder what they on who they chose to lay off based upon of. I'm kind of thinking now that it might be performance, maybe, because in my other job, because I was always helping others, like I was always helping everybody do their job, and so it would take away my performance because I was helping everybody. So that was me. Oh yeah, one more thing that I gotta bring up is like about the job I was applying for through one of my fans for the food distribution center, Smart and Final. I went there. Like, when I went there, I could have sworn that there was probably at least 500 people looking for a job, and my fan told me to come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, even though they open at 7, right? They open at 7. I came in at 6. I came there at 6 o'clock in the morning, like after coming home from my current job at 12 midnight. I only got like 5 hours of sleep, So anyway, I go there at 6 o'clock, an hour before they open. It was probably like about 200 people in line already, and I actually heard that that people were there since 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I actually heard that 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, they're there. But to make the long story short, I waited like 6 hours, 6 freaking hours before I finally was done. And I think, this time, I think there was even more people looking for a job. It was even more people that day, or at least I think it. Well, it took longer. It took even longer for me to finish the interview there. The first time, that was the second time, but that was just recently. But like the first time I went to apply and get the interview on the same day at the Smart and Final Distribution Center, I got out within like 3 or 4 hours. And it didn't, well, I don't know. I came in late, though. I came in like, I don't remember what time I came in, like 12 or something like that. But, well, you know what? It's a lot of people, apparently. And I guess every one of them are looking for a warehouse job. That's confusing me there. That's confusing me, but like, how come it seemed like it was so easy for me to find this job over at Moreno Valley. I mean, but through the agency, though. I mean, well, I mean, and I think some of them were actually working through. I think some of them were actually currently working through an agency. I talked to some of those guys there. They told me that they're currently working for an agency, and but they were applying there, and then yeah, it's crazy on how I could see that there's like about 500 people looking for jobs there, but it's weird. It confuses me because how come I was able to get this job so easily? I mean, I don't get it. That's what's confusing me, man. Because there were a lot of people looking for jobs, but yeah, I mean, I got this one so easily, or it just, I don't know. I mean, I would like to know an answer to that one. Like, what's going on? Is it people that not trying hard enough to get a job, or is it just that bad? I mean, I don't get it, man. It's like that many people looking for jobs, and it's distribution center jobs, and then also in that place as well. I mean, when I was doing the application there, the lead of the company basically told us that you have to be 2 years or more experienced in a warehouse job, because if you don't have 2 years, then they're gonna send you home. He told me. Yeah, he told us, everybody. He announced. Yeah, see, that's the thing that confuses me. I mean, so what is it? I mean, is the economy good or is it bad? I mean, or is it that I'm just lucky that I got the job? I don't know. I mean, is it that I got lucky, or is it, or I don't know, man. I'm confused here. I mean, because you got like 500 people looking for a job at that specific place, and it's a warehouse job, and then they're kind of strict on their requirements. Like, and so if they're strict, then they can pick out what they want. Apparently, they can pick out that perfect worker that they want. So I'm confused here. I mean, is the economy bad or is it not? I mean, because so for the meantime, but about my current job, I mean, it looks good. I mean, but despite of all the things that I said about, like why they, like why they're all short staffed, and why they fire and all that stuff. Well, to make the record straight for me, I mean, like the supervisor, like the main lead in my job, herself told me that I was actually a really good performer, or she's like, I appreciate, actually said thank you for your job and everything, meaning that, I mean, apparently she likes me there, like she's happy with my performance, and because she told me straight out that I'm the only one who stayed over for the overtime and everything. And so apparently I know that she likes me, she's happy with me there. I mean, from the way it looks, I could probably be one of the first ones to be chosen. I mean, to stay. I mean, but also for the record, I mean, I only been late there only like maybe 3 times, and I was only late by a couple minutes. I mean 3 times. I could count how many times I was late. Like 3 times, and all the time I've been there for 2 months now. Been there for more than 2 months. I was late only 3 times, and I never missed a day or anything. So yeah, I mean, if we're talking about my current job, like if they say that the number one reason why they let go of people is because of their attendance, because they complain about their attendance, which is like the number one thing that they look at in my job: attendance. Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you liked this blog here. So, like I said, I'm going to continue posting videos in this category of layoff stories. I'm going to continue posting my stories of the layoff and everything, the layoff stories videos, until I land a permanent job. So, anyway, Today is December 11th, 2024. So we'll see. Yeah, I would like you guys' input about what I said, and what, like, is the economy good or is it not? I mean, because it confuses me. Because, like, we have this job that I was applying for, like, that's closer to my house, and we had about 500 people looking for jobs, obviously looking for a warehouse job. And then it confuses me because when I applied at the agency, like, I got a job instantly. But then I got a job like where they, well, I don't know, man. I have to find out. I would like you guys' input. Can I get an input from you guys from everything I said? Is the economy good or is it bad? Which one is it? Because, I mean, people are looking for jobs, but for me, I got this one so easily, and I don't get it. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, so yeah, okay, all right. I'll see you on the next video.